Hi everyone, in the last video we explored Android activities and layouts, and in this video we will add a button to our project's UI. So let's start. First open the project that was created in previous video, then open activity main.xml. I'm going to delete this default XML code here and paste some code that I have for you in the description below. This tag here, the linear layout, is a special type of view known as view group. View groups are responsible for holding multiple views on screen and helping to specify their positions. I am using linear layout view group here because it's a bit simpler to understand than the default constant layout view group that you had before. You are going to learn a lot about view groups and constant layout in the next videos. The linear layout view group is special because it positions the views one after another. This can be done horizontally as a arrow of views, or it can be done vertically as in a stack of views. Horizontally is default. Here we want the text to be vertically stacked on top of a button. So I will go ahead and change the orientation of the linear layout to vertical. You will notice that all views have a layout width and layout height, which is for their width and height. For this linear layout here, we see that the width has been set to match parent, which means that its width is same as its parents. The parent of this linear layout is the root view, which is the size of entire screen. So basically it is saying that its width should be the size of the screen. Height is set to wrap content. This makes the height of the linear layout match the height of its content, which for now is only the text view here. Text view also has its width and height. In this case, both are set to wrap content. And what is the content of a text view? That is the text here, which is hello world. So the size of this text view right here is going to be exactly the box that is needed to wrap around the text hello world. If you see the design panel here, you can see what it looks like. The text is pretty small. To make it easier to see, I will change the text size to 30 sp. SP stands for Scale Independent Pixels, and it's a measurement for sizing text independently of the device's display quality. Don't get overwhelmed. Basically, it means that your text size will appear the same across a ton of devices. Now we are going to change this default text here to 1. So we got this text view now, but we are going to need a button so that we can change the number later. So let's go ahead and add that button, and I am going to add it below the text view tag, which means that it will actually be positioned visually below the text view. I am also going to make its width and height wrap content. You can find what it looks like in the design panel. You can see that the button has been added below the text view. Because I set the width and the height to wrap content, it's going to wrap around whatever the content of the button is. Now I am going to change the content of the text to role. Now in the design you can see one and role, and we also see everything has been pushed to the upper left hand corner, but we actually want everything to be centered horizontally and vertically here. So going back to the XML, I'm going to set the layout gravity of both of these views to be centered horizontal. Let me just close the tag here. And now we can see that they are centered horizontally. We actually want this to vertically centered as well. So to do that, I'm going to move the entire linear layout to the center of the screen here, and I will do that by adding the layout gravity property again, but by putting center vertical this time. And now we can see that the views are basically where we want them to be. Last but not least, it's a good practice to move all of the user facing strings inside a resource file called strings.xml. This allows us to define strings in one location and change them in the future anywhere they are used. Centralizing your string also makes it easier to translate your app to different languages and dialects, which we will explore in the future videos. To actually move your string, go ahead and place your cursor over the text of the button. When you do this, you will see a little light bulb appear over here. That light bulb appears whenever Android Studio sees a way that it thinks it could correct or optimize your code. Now, if you click on this light bulb, you will see that the first option here is to extract the string resource. That sounds good. I'm going to click on it and I get this dialog. I will keep the resource name as role. At the resource value, which is the text that will appear on the screen, I am going to keep the capital role. So this is looking pretty good. I will click OK. And now if I go over here in the project panel, in the values folder, I see this string.xml file. I will open it. And here is my role string. You can also manually add strings here and later reference them in your code. So that's it. Let's run our app. As expected, you can see the text and the button is nicely placed with one above another. Now when I click the button, nothing much is happening. So that's something we will do in the next video. So that's it for now. If you are facing any Android related problems, feel free to reach me out in my Discord server where you can join our Discord community. If you liked this video and want to watch more Android development videos like this, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, and see you in the next video.